It's
You. What it do? What it do? Welcome back, people. Welcome back. I'm your host, Bluminati. Got the homie with me today, Kobe. It was a rough one on Friday, man. Was it Friday or Thursday? Thursday was a rough one.
Thursday, right. Yeah,
It
Thursday.
was a rough one. Well, I mean, I got that. I guess it wasn't rough. It just took me back to, you know what I'm saying, when I was doing a solo, man. It
I
wasn't
feel
too
you.
rough, but
I feel you.
you know,
And that's the thing. Like with what you covered, I was like, there, like when I was kind of peeping it, I was like, they can't really say much because
yeah,
they're still under contract. Like, so I feel like everything my 2 cents is everything. What was going on is everything is a misdirect still with
right,
this movie because, like I said, for as many people, as many YouTubers that I saw that watched it,
hmm
that got early access, I'm like, there's a lot of y'all, and then they like just saying that they had certain like times that they could say things like, I'm saying, they were under contract and stuff. I was like, yeah, I can't listen to anything y'all say. It's all a misdirect. Y'all
right,
are legally, obligated to not say anything. So
exactly,
yeah, right. So
exactly.
I'm waiting for the movie before I, make it. Like I said, I'm waiting for my twist to come true.
Indeed, indeed. But
Right.
yeah, this is Blues House, man. If you want to donate, hit the Cash App, Bluminati, or go to www.buymeacoffee.com/Blues House. Um, no, I wouldn't say it was any kind of crazy news over the weekend. You know, it was Father's Day weekend. It was also Juneteenth,
Right.
first inaugural federal celebration of Juneteenth. So,
Right.
that was real dope, real big. But as far as on the like comic book movies or just pop culture movies in general, I don't think nothing too big happened, man.
Not really. Like, I mean, it's all really been speculation and
mhm,
things like that.
right.
Other than what we're about to talk about today, I mean, it really was nothing.
Yeah, to the for real, like it
Right.
really
Slow.
was a slow one, man. It was really a slow one. But where am I at? Looking for something. There we go. Turn that off. Yeah. So we're gonna get into, like I said, what we're gonna be talking about today, which is the Flash movie set photos. So and I think I got the article up. But the Flash, I guess they released some photos. We got the first look at Michael Keaton
Yep.
as Bruce Wayne, not as Batman. I don't know if he
Right.
actually donning the cape and cowl.
Yeah. It never said that he was. It just
Right.
says that he's in the movie.
In the movie. They never really said that.
Right.
And I'm gonna speculate on that a little bit too.
Me too. I got an idea about where they're going with that.
Yep. And we also got the first look at
Supergirl. Right.
Man, it's some, we don't know which Supergirl it is. There's some speculation involving that. Some
Yep.
stuff, and I kind of go with the latter as far as what I heard. I don't know what you heard, but
I heard that it's not
right.
Zor-El. Yeah, it's Lana.
We're gonna get
right.
Into it.
Right.
But yeah, let me read this first article.
Yeah, let's do it.
And this is coming from comingsoon.net. It says this one is involving Supergirl. The Flash set photos reveal Sasha Cal's Supergirl in full costume. Matter of fact, let me share it. That's what I meant to do anyway. So we can see this. Yeah. Here we go. Sasha, how you say that? Calais?
Kal-El. Calais. Yeah.
She's Supergirl for real, right?
Right.
Supergirl in full costume. Says the Flash director Andy Muschietti debuted a sneak peek at Sasha Cal's Supergirl suit just a few days ago, and now we'll have our first look thanks to the new Flash set photos. We see Cal in full Supergirl attire in the photos, which have begun circulating on social media. This marks the Girl of Steel's upcoming DCEU debut. Cal will also be the first Latina actress to portray the popular hero and is also the second actress to ever play the character on the big screen. Here's the photos right here. You see Supergirl suit.
Yep.
She's got the wire harness. Now, it was a lot of speculation. A lot of people talking about, oh, she doesn't have a cape. Where's her cape? Yada,
It'll
yada,
be
yada.
CGI, bro. Yeah.
Come on, man. You know it's going to be CGI.
Right. It's gonna flow. They're gonna make that cape look good. Yeah.
It's going to be like, and not saying that there's not going to be there will be a practical cape.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But look at who's directing this movie. It's Andy Muschietti. He is all CGI.
Mhm.
No, I mean, this movie's gonna. I can imagine it's gonna have a lot of CGI in it.
Yeah.
So, you know, I mean, I like I said, I feel like they'll have one on, you know, on the set, you know, for the filming, but definitely
Right, for
the
filming
cape.
purpose, like, you know, if she just
Right.
just sitting still or
Right. This is maybe for like a still shot or
walking
you
around.
know,
But
right.
it's more for you know, it's an action shot, like you see her floating. I'm pretty
Right.
sure, you know, the cape is like you said, it's gonna be a flowing cape
Right.
flowing or doing capely things. You
Right.
see what I'm saying?
A real cape doesn't cooperate like a CGI
Right.
cape.
There
Right.
you go. There you go. I can't direct, you know what I'm saying? No,
No,
matter how
right, yeah.
and everything I do, you know what I'm saying?
For the aesthetic of the movie.
Right, right. And here we go. Some more. Let me blow it up. Let me see. Get these more pictures going. As we see right here, flow. A lot of people had concerns about the ab work too. I kind of did too. I'm like, the ab work is nasty in the costume. How you feel about the ab work, man?
It kind of, yeah, it's kind of forced.
Yeah.
You could tell that that's not really how she walks around.
Mhm.
Not her real body frame. It's not a form-fitting suit. It's like a, you know, like it kind of to me looks a little cheesy.
Yeah.
The way they kind of, it looks like inflatable abs.
Right, right.
You know
Like,
what I mean? So
Henry Cavill's costume, you know, with him
it was
already
like
being muscular,
form-fitting, right?
even though there was superimposed muscles on the, you know, on the suit and everything like
Right.
that, what most suits are, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
These superhero films, but this
Right.
one just looks
Yeah, it looks fake, like
Yeah.
way too fake.
like, look at that. Yeah.
Yeah, you can tell that's not her body frame, body stature, anything.
Yeah, yeah. But the suit looks good though.
Yeah,
I do like the suit. It does remind me of Snyder's suit.
of
that he did
course,
for Superman.
of course.
Right. And that's when the whole argument comes up about the Snyderverse. That's why I stick to the Snyderverse isn't really going anywhere. If they're going to continue,
No.
you know what I'm saying? Because remember, we had the talks that if they shut everything down, which they could, and I don't have any problem with them shutting everything down and starting over.
Starting over, right?
But if they are continuing, and you know, with the groundwork that's already laid, that the Snyderverse isn't going nowhere. Snyder left, you know, they're not. I don't necessarily see them bringing Snyder back, but you know what the fans deem as the Snyderverse, quote unquote.
Right, because what is really the Snyderverse? He directed what 3 movies in the series?
Mm-hmm.
So how is that the Snyderverse?
It's-
I think it's the DCEU, and
Right.
it keeps getting convoluted with Snyderverse.
Snyder.
The Snyderverse is Justice League, Man of Steel. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? That's the Snyderverse.
Right.
It flows into the DCEU. So,
Mm-hmm.
in my opinion, the Snyderverse isn't under. You know, it's subtext.
Right. Yeah, and
Yeah.
I think the fans know that because it's not a Feige verse. It's just
Right,
Yeah,
the Marvel
it's just
Cinematic
Marvel.
Universe.
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I think they hold the Snyder thing dear because he springboard, you know, he catapulted the DCU when it comes to
Guess he's the pioneer.
right.
Guess they call him the visionary of the series.
Right. And he deserves that credit. You know what I'm saying? He
Fair
deserves
enough,
that
but
credit. But yeah, the Snyderverse isn't necessarily going anywhere. It's just being would you say rebranded, repurposed? What would you say?
I would say honestly, I would call it a reimagining.
Reimagined?
Yeah,
Yeah. I like
that's what I would call it because I mean, if they're going to keep the same actors and keep the same, I guess, storylines, but tweak them, that's a reimagining. I mean, it's not a remake because it hasn't been made yet. So it's got to be a reimagining of an original property.
Yeah, and I'm
Right.
like I said, I'm 100% behind the reimagining, the remake, or whatever you want to call it.
Right.
So yeah,
I'm cool with it because they can right a lot of wrongs
Mhm.
and can make the story flow.
Right, and that's what really needs to happen, right?
Right.
These wrongs need to
They
be
need to clean up a lot of things,
cleaned
and
up.
that's what I hope they do with this multiverse. Is okay, we're gonna ixnay this, and this, and we're gonna push it all into this going forward, and
Right.
be that.
Yeah. I think that works. Let me finish this article. It says the Flash movie features the return of Ezra Miller as he reprises his role as the DCU Scarlet Speedster, aka Barry Allen, who he first portrayed in Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice, Justice League, and Zack Snyder's Justice League. That's
Right.
weird, right?
Yeah.
He also played the hero in a cameo appearance on CW's Crisis on Infinite Earths crossover event, where he got to meet Grant Gustin's version of Allen. Further details about the film's plot are still being kept under wraps, but it's also said to be based on Jeff Johns and Andy Kirby's Flashpoint comic. Some fans are also speculating that WB and DC films might be utilizing the story to fix any continuity issues for DCU universe or franchise. Joining Miller are Kiersey Clemens as Iris West, Maribel Verdú as Nora Allen, Cal as Supergirl, and Ron Livingston as Henry Allen. It's been confirmed that Michael Keaton and Ben Affleck will be reprising their respective versions of the Batman for this film.
Mm-hmm.
And I have the other article. Where is it at? Here we go. Got the other article here. Also coming from comingsoon.net. It says Flash set photos give first look at Michael Keaton's Bruce Wayne. At that old school right there.
Right. Right.
Continues on the Flash in London. Another batch of behind-the-scenes photos from the set of Warner Brothers Pictures' highly anticipated DC film has surfaced online, featuring our first look at Ezra Miller's Barry Allen and Kiersey Clemens' Iris West, who DCEU fans have last seen together in Zack Snyder's Justice League cut. The UK set photos, which you can check out below, also provide a first look at Michael Keaton's Bruce Wayne, who is seen sporting a wig in order to match the appearance from Tim Burton's directed Batman film.
Okay.
So right there, that's Ezra Miller and Iris West. Well, Kiersey Clemens is Iris West and whatever. Look like they're outside of a courtroom or something like that. I guess maybe to try to maybe a court thing, depending on like his father trying to get out of jail or something like that.
That's very true because they said Ron Livingston is going to play his dad. So
right. So that's what I'm thinking. Maybe this is about. Then we have here.
Makes sense. They get a little bit bigger actor to play the dad since you'll have more speaking role. You know, makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, makes a lot of sense.
Livingston's been around for a while.
So it's right here on set today. So like I said, it's another picture. I think it's in front. There you see Michael Keaton, like sporting the wig. But you know,
that solidifies my little theory.
Okay, and that's what I was about to get into. Go ahead with your theory.
Okay, so with him having the gray hair and all of that, I don't expect to see him in a Batman costume at all. Nope, because with them showing him having the gray wig, he's old man Bruce Wayne, and this is going forward to the future, and this is set up Batman Beyond.
Right.
For them to do a spinoff. Exactly. That's the only reason that this Batman makes sense, to be an old man.
Old man, right.
Right. Doesn't make any other sense, you know, other than that.
Yeah. But you know, this is what I will say. Remember in Batman Beyond, I think it was the first episode.
Okay.
Get Bruce in the suit. He was in the mechanical suit. He was still trying to fight.
Yep.
No.
Right.
And it just wasn't working out.
Nope. Was not working out. And that's the thing. I understand. I remember exactly. So, and then, Terry just kind of happened upon the Batcave, right?
Yep. I think we get something now. I don't think we get it in the Flash movie. No.
We get hints, but not a full reveal. Right. Not a full reveal.
That's what I was gonna say. We might get some hints about it, or you know what I'm saying, maybe we might and let me backtrack a little bit.
That makes sense too. I just thought about the costume that they revealed for him. It looks like a mech suit.
Yeah.
If you look at it, it's got like wrench, you know what I'm saying, and to tighten with a wrench.
Right.
It kind of looks mechanical. Oh, that would be dope.
That's what I was gonna say. Maybe we get the suit. We don't necessarily see him in the suit, but you know, maybe the same way, kind of when Bruce Wayne looked at the Robin suit in Justice League was not Justice League. I'm sorry.
And Batman versus Superman. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe we get some kind of a flashback like that, him looking at the suit, or you know what I'm saying? Maybe him trying. Maybe it ends like. Maybe what if that's how it ends? Right when everything gets put right. You know what I'm saying? It ends with him looking at that suit, and then boom, coming soon, Batman Beyond or something like that.
Right.
Maybe we get something like that. I can see that. You know what I'm saying? Really happen.
I think that would be a dope way to do a live action version of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and that's another way to exploit Batman.
Yeah. My only thing is, so they with them doing that would kind of make the rumors of them killing Ben Affleck's Batman off.
I think he wants that to happen.
I've heard yes and no. I
think he doesn't want the headache of DC and Warner Brothers right now not doing Batman. Because think about it. How many times has he played Batman? And every other person who played Batman got their own solo films. Well, Ben Affleck is due at least one.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like he needs
a send off.
He needs this. To me, this isn't a proper send. But to kill him off in this fashion, you know what I'm saying? To me, it's not a proper send off. And because I'm gonna tell you this, I don't even think we're gonna get just the Justice League Batman that we got from the Justice League movies.
Oh, we're gonna get fierce Batman.
A Batman from a whole different timeline.
Yep.
This isn't gonna be Zack Snyder's Batman. It's gonna be Zack Snyder's Batman, but not that timeline.
Nope. It's gonna be Andy Muschietti's Batman.
Right.
His take on Batman. Right.
So if you follow what I'm saying, so I don't know. I just don't think that's to me the proper send off is giving him his own. Give him. Look at what they're doing with Loki. 6 episodes, right? Give this man 6 episodes. That's how you send him off. To me,
I think you give him a solo film,
or something, right?
And you do something like Nightfall. You know what I'm saying? The Nightfall Protocol, and you send him off that, like how Nolan sent him off. You know what I'm saying? The Protocol, and hey, I'm gone. This is me disappearing.
Okay,
so you know what I'm saying, right?
So would you do, because you said Nightfall? So would you bring Bane in, have Bane break him?
I would like to see that. I would like to see that.
And then boom, we go right into just Robert Pattinson's Batman. He's the new guy.
He's the new guy.
Yeah, I could see that to me. But yeah, we would get that. Maybe with Nightfall, we get him broken, right?
Right.
He gets his revenge on Bane, and that's it. He retires.
That's it.
That makes
he's too broken to get back up again, right?
And that's the reason why we get the mech suit Batman.
Exactly.
Or why he starts tinkering with mech tech or whatever, stuff like that.
Right.
I can get behind that. But like I said, either you say movie, you say solo film, I say solo series.
Oh, like a short miniseries.
Yeah. And that's why I said like 6 episodes.
Right.
The same way like Loki is. 6 episodes, 45 minutes to an hour, or some it varies. At least 45 minutes, right?
Right.
And if you want to break it with Bane
on screen, right.
Either you could break him with Bane, or you could bring Deathstroke in some type of way.
Right.
A Joker cameo. I don't. It's to me, it's plenty of ways that you can send off Ben Affleck's Batman without killing him in Flashpoint.
Right. It's not worth it.
Right. It's because you're
going to divide your fan base if you kill a Batman in a movie that's not a Batman movie. He's not even the main character.
You're killing. And another thing too is Batfleck is
a more popular Batman.
Yeah, he's neck and neck with Michael Keaton.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Think about the other iterations of Batman, though, man. He didn't have to try very hard. No. His only competition really was Christian Bale.
Well,
I don't think anybody will be a better Batman than Keaton. But to me, honestly, the flip side of that is if you can't be a better Batman than Michael Keaton, you have to be a better Bruce Wayne.
Right.
And I feel like Ben Affleck was a better Bruce Wayne than any of them.
No, he was.
Oh yeah,
he was.
Right. That's why when
Way
you say
better.
neck and neck, I agree 100%.
It's just how you flip the coin one day. You know, if
Right.
whatever side of the, you know what I'm saying, you flip your coin, heads is Keaton and tails is Ben Affleck.
Right.
You know,
That's me on different days. Right. Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? That's just how it is.
Right.
Because I get into it all the time with my partners at work about Christian Bale, and I'm like, no, Christian Bale, great actor. He came in with a job, but he was not a good Batman. You know what I'm saying?
He wasn't a good Bruce Wayne either.
Right. He was not. He came in and did his job. And my
Right.
man said that, I said a lot of
He made a movie.
Right. I said we liked it because we hadn't seen a good Batman since Keaton.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or if you want to say, because I think Val Kilmer did a decent job, but we haven't seen, you know, the last I take it, our last memories of Batman was
George Clooney. Right.
So
and I like that movie because it came out when I was like 2 years old, 3 years old. So it was Batman. You know what I'm saying? So I liked it then, but going back and watching it as an adult, man, that was garbage.
Yeah. Well, I was
you were older, right?
You know what I'm saying? Like, no, man. Well, I take that back. I was still a kid, so I enjoyed it.
Right.
I enjoyed it.
Right.
I enjoyed the Val Kilmer Batman a little bit better than, because, you know, once it became, we talking tokenized, Batman became.
He was the absolute token to sell. They made movies to sell toys.
Right. He
right. I had all of those toys.
Yeah. He became overly tokenized, overly
big time.
Capitalized, whatever you want, whatever word you want to put.
Right.
There, and it just didn't fare well in my eyes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So then we fast forward, we get to Christian Bale. He can't. There's no how you can't.
He can't fail. Right.
Yeah, you can't go wrong.
That's why Nolan casted him. He wanted a good actor to play Batman.
There you go. You can't go wrong with what was done with Christian Bale.
Right.
Chris Nolan came in, grounded him. So you're not gonna get any. You know what I'm saying? Nothing campy, nothing crazy, over the top. Like it was a Scorsese movie.
No doubt. It really was. It was a masterpiece as a movie.
You know, great movie.
That's the thing. Huge
great.
Set pieces.
Yeah.
It made Gotham City really look like a city.
Mm-hmm.
Like not like a cartoon.
Yeah.
Right. Like a movie set. Right. Exactly.
No, and I think that's when people say, "Oh, I like Christian Bale as Batman," it's not that you like Christian, you like the movie.
You like Christian Bale. You like Christopher Nolan films.
Right.
You like Christopher Nolan's dialogue. You like his twist. You know what I'm saying? Right. You like that. You like that aspect of the movie. Right.
Dark Knight trilogy was good.
But Batman, you could care less about because you like the movie.
Right. And I said as good as an actor Christian Bale was, if you put in another actor just as good as him, nothing would change about the movie.
But that's the thing, though. Think about the actors they got for his villains.
But that's to me who made the movie.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Christian Bale sells tickets on his own, but when you cast people like
Liam Neeson,
what's the other? Cillian Murphy. You have
Cillian Murphy,
Tom Hardy as Bane. And the funny thing about it is how many people went and watched that movie just to say Tom Hardy is Bane?
Right.
What? I want to check that out. That's why I went and saw it.
Right. And then I was like, what the you know what I'm saying? Even with me saying what the fuck,
right.
Bane still was like one of the, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay.
Bane was smart. He was
it was a different Bane.
Right. It wasn't the Bane we saw in Batman and Robin.
Right.
The juiced up, roided out, I'm an idiot, meathead, no brain, shrimp.
No, it was more so the Bane that we got in the comic book.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
But I'm smart. I'm conniving. You know what I'm saying? I try to be 2 to 3 steps ahead of even my own self. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
but still had a handler.
Right. Mm-hmm.
That's why I feel like they kind of. That's where the step back was that
Yeah.
he still had to have a handler,
Mhm.
and that was the Nolan twist.
Right.
That was the hey, I gotta blow your mind somehow. Let me
Yeah.
connect my first movie to my third movie, right?
Got to connect it. But yeah, the overall, like I said, the overall Dark Knight trilogy, great movies, man. The movies were greater than the Batman and the, you know what I'm saying? If you get what I'm saying, like
Right.
the overall joint about it, this how it was pieced together, what Nolan did, that's what made those movies great. And I couldn't see anybody else pulling that off, man.
I agree, 100%.
But yeah, if I need, because and another thing too, we'll never be able to really have a proper debate on who's a better Batman, because we don't have a Ben Affleck movie.
Right. I feel like if he had a whole movie to do like what they gave Robert Pattinson, like a detective type Batman, man, or it's a straight action flick of him just coming through and kicking ass the entire movie.
Right.
That would be the Batman movie that people would want to see from Ben Affleck. Him come through and like in the video games where he fights 12 guys at one time and whips all of their ass. Right.
That's what I was gonna say. Think about if they would have let Ben direct.
Oh man, because he's solid. He's a solid director.
Right. Think about that.
He knows how to frame.
Yeah,
that's one thing about him and Matt Damon. They know how to frame a shot very well. In any of their movies that you watch, I'm like, God, they are good filmmakers.
They are.
But they know how to be filmed too, though. That's the flip side. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, he didn't win that Academy Award for nothing.
For nothing, right? And Matt Damon didn't win his for nothing either. So,
They know what They
know what to do, man. Those guys are on the top.
They catch slack. I don't know why. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why Matt Damon and Ben Affleck catch slack, but they've
both done a few bad movies. Nobody's forgiven Ben Affleck for Geely.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Nobody's forgiven him for that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's forgiven him for Daredevil. You know what I'm saying? He still holds those movies over his head. So,
to me, I can't get mad at him for Daredevil. It was something that had to be done, right? Like
he took a role, man. I mean,
if they came to me and say, "Hey, man, we're doing Daredevil," and superhero movies aren't popping right now, you could be the guy. You could, you know what I'm saying? This could catapult into something big. You think I'm like, no?
And dude was smashing Jennifer Garner the whole time.
Right. Like, come on.
So, I mean, hey, he came, did his thing, and he was gone, right?
And I'm gonna tell you, was he necessarily a bad Daredevil though? Or was the movie was the movie even that bad? It wasn't the best movie.
No.
But was it bad?
And everybody talking about the race bending thing. They race bended Kingpin in that.
Right, yeah, they did.
So, I mean, if everybody's all up in arms about it, be up in arms about that.
Yeah, right.
That was what, 03? 05?
03?
Nah, I think it was 05.
Was it 05?
I think so.
Yeah, you might be right. 05. Yeah. Because what came next after that? That was Elektra came out.
Elektra in like 06, 07.
Talk about a whole. Now that movie
was bad, right?
I wanted to believe in. I really wanted to believe in.
I didn't believe in Jennifer Garner as Elektra. That was the problem.
Yeah,
that was the problem. I didn't believe in her as Elektra. I liked her in what was the show she did? Alias, right? I liked her in that, but Elektra didn't translate well to me.
She's actually, I think she has the acting chops. Well, we know she has the acting chop to do action. I think she should try to do that a little bit, because Peppermint to me was actually a pretty decent movie.
Okay,
saw it.
I've heard of it.
It was actually pretty decent. I think she should go back and revisit things like that. Maybe. And I heard that she took a step back from acting to just and stuff. But if she can maybe reboot Alias, you know what I'm saying? I think this is prime time for a show like that to continue or to be revamped and reworked and brought back to a new audience, man.
Had a big fan base. I mean, you had a big fan base.
I watched it, man. I really enjoyed Alias and Dark Angel. I think Dark Angel you can bring
back. Album, right?
You know,
I don't think she does things. I don't think she'll do anything like that. That was more like a springboard in her career.
It was.
You know what I'm saying, right? Because she didn't even do movies like that anymore.
Well, she did. She does. Well, I think they canceled it, but she did the Bad Boy spinoff with
L.A. Confidential.
yeah, uh-huh.
Yeah.
So
On Netflix. Yeah, I saw it.
so yeah,
Or I've seen a few episodes of it. Yeah.
it's all about
Mm.
just asking, I guess.
The right time, the right offer, that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me people in the comments. I see you comment. We will be getting to the I'm gonna try to switch things up to where me and Kobe talk. You know what I'm saying? We get everything that we have to get off as far as what we're talking about with the topic or whatever, and then we're gonna address the comments after we finish up with the topics. And I do see your comments. I'm not freezing you guys out or whatever, but continue to comment, talk amongst yourselves. I am going to go through the comments and address them at the end.
Right.
It's just to make things more fluid, you know what I'm saying? So we don't have to stop and go. You
right.
know, it'll make things just keep things more fluid. So
right.
But yeah, man,
to go back to this
wig piece.
So
how do you feel about that wig, man?
I mean, it kind of fits him a little bit. I mean, it looks okay. It looks like he's doing a biopic of Clint Eastwood.
That's
you know?
kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it kind of reminds me of. Like, yeah, Clint Eastwood. That's exactly what it reminds me of, man. But I wonder what because I guess this is still that same courtroom set or whatever. I wonder why you know what I'm saying? Why is he at that courtroom, I guess? You know what I mean? Because that's what it seems like. It seems like it's this movie, you know what? It's like Spider-Man. This movie has a lot of potential to be great. To be the thing that really sets off what's next for the DCEU, or this can implode and
can be the crash and burn,
take the
opportunity
whole
that they need
franchise down.
You know what I mean? But let me tell you why I don't think it'll fail.
Okay.
There's no other movies coming out at that time.
Mm-hmm.
I think Shazam is like way later after this.
Yep.
Well,
when is Black Adam?
Way later after that.
What?
I think Black Adam is like 2024, 2025.
On,
yeah.
Let me see if I can find
it. No. But so I think that if with something like where am I going with this? Oh, 2022? Okay. I was mistaken. Okay. So when is this movie set to come out? After that, then, huh?
No. Okay, so we have Black Adam. Shazam would be 2023.
Right.
And let me see. Nah, wrong. Not that Flash.
Mm-hmm.
It already came out. So November 4th, 2022.
Okay, so they can market shit out of this movie. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that's where I think they'll market it the right way. DC has fans, enough fans for this movie to be a hit.
Mm-hmm.
I think, like I said, they have to have a compelling enough story to draw fans in. So I feel like this movie is going to live and die by its first trailer.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to live and die by what they release about this movie.
Right.
And I feel like it's really going to live and die by what happens if the story gets leaked or if they just have an airtight story like how Marvel does, where people are speculating about the story, but nothing has really been confirmed.
Well, and I'm with you. I think they should leak some script, throw
some people off and get some speculation out there, but keep your cards to
everything else, straight to the chest. But as far as first edition, second edition, or first rewrite, second rewrite, which might not anything to do with what we're doing going for, or just have some of the, some ingredients sprinkled in, stuff like that. But yeah, I think you do the leaks. I think you get a speculation train going. You know what I'm saying? Going, you hire
build some buzz.
Hire somebody.
If you think about it, like
DC,
Marvel has nothing but
YouTubers.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like how Marvel's done. That's nothing but free advertisement.
Yeah.
All you're doing is putting out content, and the people that are fans are speculating. They're doing this on their own time.
They're doing the work for you. All you really have to do is supply them with a free screener.
Yep, because all those guys are wannabe reporters.
That's it.
Everybody wants a scoop, an exclusive.
There you go. And have the director or whoever writer, you could just have some quote unquote WB executive who don't even have nothing to do with the movie show up and do a quick interview or whatever the YouTube.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they'll eat that up, man. I'll eat it up.
We'll talk about it on this channel
all day long.
Right.
So yeah,
there you go. Pay us to do that. Somebody share this to WB and hey, pay us to do that. I'll promote the movie for you. Right. Yeah. I will help. Right.
If you want,
I want y'all to win.
Right. You want to catch some not catch up to Marvel, but at least get a couple of steps in the right direction,
man. So we can get some decent DC films.
Yeah.
Because y'all, if y'all can translate y'all's animated films into live action, y'all would win. Y'all would be winning. Straight up winning.
It's not like if they took, like I said, if they just canceled all of what the Zack Snyder or what the DC,
right,
and they just said, all right, these are the next 3 films we're going
to make Justice League Dark live action. Boom, you got 3 or 4 million people that jump right on that. Oh, what's this movie going to be about? Blah, blah, blah. They're talking about who's in it. Who will be a good cast. Boom, that's it.
Justice League Dark. You do.
It's a story they know, and you do it justice by you give
Batman, Superman, Apocalypse.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Since you want Supergirl in it, there you go.
Right.
You have Batman, Superman, and you have Supergirl, and you have what's his name? Darkseid in it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Do stuff like that. The Death of Superman. You get Henry Cavill to come back because people love him. They want Henry Cavill back, and since you don't want him back, you give him his way out. You kill him off, right? With the proper Doomsday story. You know what I'm saying? With the proper telling of Doomsday. Stuff like that, man. They got so many possibilities to work with when it comes to the content they can pull from that most people have seen without even reading the comics.
Right. And that's the thing, Pete, like you said, all their movies are already on HBO Max. Hey, this is the animated version. We're going to do the live action because that's what people really want to see.
Right.
They want to see stories that they've already seen with actors that have already played these roles. You know what I'm saying? Or could play whoever they would think could play these roles. And that's another advantage I think they have. Every movie, they can do a different Batman, different Superman, different Wonder Woman, and nobody would care.
Right. They can do that.
Nobody would care. They could do it with new actors that are cheaper and give them a shot. Hey, the movie doesn't work. Oh, well, okay. Well, you're only Batman for this movie. So sorry. See you next time.
Or if they like you and it does work, we bring you back. You
can do it again. Right.
Even though those animated films are connected, you can watch them individually.
Right. They all have their own story. And that would attract bigger actors to want to play some of these roles sometimes because, hey, like somebody like who doesn't do sequels? Keanu Reeves. I can go do one movie and make $5 million.
Right. Denzel said he doesn't do sequels. It's a lot
of Denzel's to me, honestly, Denzel's full of shit because he's doing a sequel and getting ready to do another one. So
which one? Is he gonna be doing another
Equalizer? I think, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
but yeah, to me,
it goes where the money is, right? And I don't blame him. It is what it is.
DC can do what they want to do if just done correctly and listen to the fans. And I think that's another thing. They're not listening to the fans. If you don't listen to the fans, your shit's gonna flop one way.
That's what I'm saying. I'm a bigger DC fan. Well, no, I won't say that. I'm probably impartial because I enjoy both characters from both. I enjoy both stories. So
I'm a Marvel fan through and through. I'm gonna just tell you 100%. I'm a big Marvel fan, but I love DC.
I have an appreciation for both.
Right. I want DC to win.
Because Marvel's been winning.
Right, because Marvel's.
I want to see good DC films because if you think like people that like films that are a little bit off, they're gonna give that. They can give it in a movie. Like, you can have Batman in one movie can be, the Gotham savior where, he's uptight, that's him. Right. Or you can have Batman in another movie, he's, cutting heads off or, anything like that. But you can have that. You can have that dynamic and not ruin the continuity of Batman because it's just one film.
Because it's just one film, man. Because it's just one film. But yeah, so let's speculate on what do we think
this movie.
Well, we never addressed Supergirl.
What right?
Supergirl is this?
Everything I've heard has said that it's Lana Kent.
Yeah.
I buy that because she's not blonde, but that doesn't mean anything these days. So
yeah, and right.
I honestly, I can't say because I don't know enough about this film's plot. Because they say multiverse. Okay, it could be a multitude of different Supergirls then. And we don't know because they casted an actor, didn't tell us which Supergirl they're playing. So,
right.
Like I said, it's hard for me to speculate on that, but I think that it makes more sense for it to be Kara. Kara
Zor-El.
You're right. So I think that makes more sense because people know that character. And I don't think that Muschietti's going to kind of introduce a character that people don't know, because when you do that, you have to explain where this character comes from. That wastes time to me.
Right.
Supergirl's an established character in, the DC, I guess, universe. More people know Kara Zor-El than they do Lana Kent.
Right, than they do Lana. Right.
You have to give more backstory. That makes the script harder to write.
Especially with something like this. This is not saying she's not going to have a lot of screen time, but I think
I don't see her being right
paced. She'll be introduced real fast. You know what I'm saying? She might be through a whole act of the movie. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Could be a small piece, or could be, like I said, act 1, act 2. Who knows? I don't know how long this movie will be, but either way, whether she's in it for a long amount of time or for a short period of time,
she has to make an impact, and it's got to be quick.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And what the best way to explain a character is already having an established character, like you said, Kara Zor-El.
Right.
And to me, we're talking different universes, future, injustice. It just, to me, that makes sense, right? Then if you want to think about another thing too, a lot of people don't even remember. But was it before Man of Steel came out, Zack Snyder had a comic book that came out that introduced the Supergirl that was going to be in his world.
Right.
And she came to Earth way before
Clark.
Shit, way before a lot of civilization. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's old as dirt if you really want to think about it.
Right.
And maybe this Supergirl, if you do it that way, maybe she's a descendant of that Supergirl. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I'm gonna see if I can even pull that up.
So, okay. The title of this movie is The Flash, right?
I think so.
Have we? Like I said, I hadn't even thought about that. We haven't even gotten a real title to this movie yet. So that tells me that Do we know that it's the Flashpoint paradox that they're trying to portray on screen?
That's what we're
That's what the speculation is.
right.
So,
That's what we're
you
speculating.
know what I honestly think of this movie could be?
Mhm.
It seems like a live action version of Injustice. The first one.
Okay.
Because why would you have multiple Bruce Waynes? You have Supergirl,
Mhm.
who at this point in this story shouldn't even be on this earth. So that's what I'm saying. It doesn't make sense to be a Flashpoint movie.
Okay.
That's what that like when you look at like what they've released so far, I get it Flashpoint because of the time travel aspect, but have they really come out and said that yet?
Mhm. No,
They time traveled in Injustice too.
right. They really haven't. They really haven't. I found the comic I was talking about, the Man of Steel, the prequel.
Okay.
Share it real quick of what I was talking about.
Yeah, man. Like I said, that's why like I can't really have a real perspective on this movie because we really don't know anything about it.
Right.
That's why I feel like DC is failing. We should at least have something to talk about.
Yeah. It's they're not giving us. It's one thing to play it, like you said, play it to the chest and keep everything, vacuum sealed, closed, tight, or whatever.
Right.
But you live in an age where you get free advertising. You get free
YouTube,
promotion.
Twitter,
Right.
Facebook, right.
And that's what drives the narrative. And we might not be the full 100% of the fan base, right? We might not reach the full 100% of the fan base, but we get the thing. We're part of the engine that gets the wheels turning. If you get, you know what I'm saying, if you understand what I'm saying on that.
If you give a channel like ours an exclusive from you guys, that blows us up and blows you up at the same time. So, because, like I said, these guys have an exclusive. They have somebody that, so that's like I said, that's where Marvel is winning. They do that once a day.
Right. And they get the thing is, and they still get to control the narrative.
Yep.
You still get.
And the funny thing about it is I feel like everybody's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why things happen like with copyrights, right? Copyright strikes and things like that. If somebody's close, okay, we shut them down. You know what I'm saying? So,
but that's the buzz, right?
Right.
That's the buzz of it all.
Right.
Yeah, I feel like this person's wrong. Oh, he claims he's got a copyright strike. They shut down his channel for a week.
Mm-hmm.
He was on to something. You know what I'm saying? He was on to something.
Right.
Let me talk about this. This is the reason why I think it could be Kara Zor-El also. Like I said,
okay.
If we're still dealing with remnants of Zack Snyder's universe and everything like that, like I said, there was a prequel comic, Man of Steel prequel. This is Kara Zor-El riding, you know what I'm saying, on the Beast or whatever. Let me see if I
okay.
Nope, that's not it. So it's the synopsis. I'll read the synopsis. Well, that's kind of long. I'll read it. It don't matter. I'll read it.
Okay, yeah, we got a few minutes.
Man of Steel prequel said long ago on Krypton, Kara Zor-El and the other 5 pilots training are undergoing a test to determine which of them is prepared to undertake a mission. As making their way through Krypton's wilderness, Kara decides the quickest way is to finish their test is to split up. Dev M is unwilling to obey all orders, but he leaves with the partner. Kara's friend, Thar Akvar, is worried since only 4 of them will pass the test, but Kara dismisses her concerns and forges ahead. Shortly after Kara hears a scream, Dev's partner and Kara's boyfriend, Kale, is clinging on the edge of a cliff. Kara is unable to save him, and Kale falls down. Dev shows up right after and claims Kale, and he got separated in the forest. Kara states she can see Kale's blood on his body, and Dev unthinkingly checks himself before realizing she has tricked him into giving himself away. Dev attempts to murder Kara as well, but she takes him down. Dev M is trialed and found guilty by the council, reluctantly to carry out the death penalty, so it's agreed Dev will remain in their custody as they deliberate. Meanwhile, Kara Zor-El is publicly awarded and assigned to command 1 scout ship. And this is what I was talking about. It was a ship that went out. After the ceremony, Kara meets up with her parents and shows them the ships. that will take her and other scouts to other worlds with the growth codex for terraforming. Her parents give her a sunstone to remember her family. Several days later, as the starship commanded by Kara takes off, two guards discover Dev M has escaped his cell. On her ship, Kara checks her ship and the crew before they get into cryo sleep pods. Kara gets into her hibernating pod and falls asleep. Theoretically, the cryopods don't allow them to dream, but Kara still dreams of Kel's death. But the sun is yellow in her dream, and this time she flies him back to safety when he falls. After 10 years, Kara wakes up and finds her whole crew has been murdered by Dev M. Although he was given a death penalty, he was released by two counselors who didn't agree with the ruling and preferred to send him into space. As she slept, he took control of the ship, murdered the crew, and steered the ship towards the Sol system, which is Earth.
Right.
He attacks Kara, but she fights back. Their struggle damages the ship's navigational system. Kara attempts to find a planet to land safely, but Dev attempts to murder her again. Kara gets rid of him by stabbing him with her parents' sunstone. Kara's ship plummets towards his third planet, and she tries to land it safely, but the ship overheats, and the control deck catches fire. Against all odds, Kara manages to land the ship. The hatch opens, and a figure walks out of the ship. Thousands of years later, the ship starts emitting a signal. Far from Earth, Clark Kent spots the far in the north. I'm sorry. Clark Kent spots the symbol of the House of El on the sky. So, if y'all remember, in the movie, still that's the
right
he finds.
Right.
So that kind of could play into this whole Flashpoint thing too. I know she's blonde in this right here, but like you said, it nobody even knows about this comic anyway, but probably, what I'm saying,
a handful of people
and stuff like that. But I could see it going either way. It could be that Kara Zor-El or the Kara Zor-El from the Injustice, which is
that one, right? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But she's still blonde too, or it could also be the Lena Kent. So yeah, either one I'm cool with.
Me too.
I think I like if they do a whole total, like you said, Laura Lane Kent. If they do it that way, I'm cool with it. I think it'll be a fresh start for Supergirl, because that's the whole thing too. Supergirl's past in the comics is convoluted as far as her name, where she comes from, what exactly
they do different stories whenever it fits the narrative, right?
Remember, I don't know if y'all remember when Doomsday showed up and he punched her that one time and she turned into that blob or whatever it was. I don't know if you remember that in the comics, but that was something totally different than the other Supergirl that we got, because it was like at one point in time it was like 3 Supergirls run. You had Power Girl, the Supergirl with the big titties, but she was a Kryptonian. You had Supergirl, and then you had another Supergirl that ended up running around too. So sooner or later they're gonna have to take everything, strip it down, and just be one.
Give us one, right?
Sooner or later,
an amalgamation of all Supergirls, right?
So I want to address these comments real quick.
Okay.
XR started off. He says, I love Val Kilmer's Batman because his Batman could fight. Gotham felt like Gotham. Also, his theme music is better than Christian Bale's.
Baby, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Kate says, I wonder if we'll finally get Marlon Wayans as Robin Nightwing in the Flash.
Man, we should have got that a long time ago.
Batman Returns.
I feel like he would have killed that.
So I think
right.
I think that would have been dope.
Right.
Why not? Right.
He would have killed, especially back then.
Oh man, yeah, that would have been a hit. It would have been a hit. It would have worked. Back then, I don't think people would have had necessarily the problem that we get now with ending and stuff like that. This would have been Tim Burton.
Marlon's athletic. He's funny. He's charismatic. He would have been a great Robin.
He could have pulled that.
Oh yeah,
he could have pulled that off. But that would have been. Would had him been Tim Drake?
No,
you would have had to be Dick Grayson.
Yeah.
But
I think so.
The funny guy, the funny Robin, though.
I guess that's true, but I don't think they would have done Tim Drake in that story, though. No, Tim Drake wasn't like, what I'm saying? Everybody knows Dick Grayson. That's why they did that one.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why they went that route.
Yeah. But yeah, That would have been dope to see.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been real dope. Hold on. Yeah. Went too far. Where am I at? XR says, I hope Red Hood is comic accurate and not a dude who doesn't know how to fight in the Titan season.
Right. I hope if they do Red Hood on screen, they do him justice. I agree 100%.
The
I want to see a brutal Red Hood.
Yeah,
that's what I want to see.
I think we'll get that because the Robin that we got,
yeah,
he was brutal.
He
didn't care. He didn't care. So I think it'll just be a continuation of that, and it's gonna be the same guy, playing Red Hood. So what I didn't like in the trailer was that Joker. Did you see the trailer for
Titans? Yeah, I saw it.
I did not like. I know they're trying to, the big cheeks and the smile and stuff, but if that's
to me, you know what? Honestly, the most accurate Joker has been to me, the Gotham series. What's his name? Oh man, from Shameless. Oh, he played what's the name of the character?
Jedi in the Star Wars
Fallen Order, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, he was good. He was good.
Yeah,
he was.
Jerome.
I just didn't like this Titans with the cheeks.
No, man, it was goofy looking.
Yeah, it just looked like a mask on it.
Right.
That don't look right.
It was goofy looking.
Caleb says it's crazy how Marvel has been able to keep such a cone of silence for so long, aside from the WandaVision leaks, which was a disgruntled and pulled. Like it's kind of like what we said, Caleb. It's not that they kept the leaks, or cone of silence. They just controlled the narrative. I think they had, some people to give out this information, Plus, we were kind of jaded too by Mephisto.
Right.
We were so Mephisto driven that even if a leak came out, we might have missed it.
And we absorbed it and it kept moving, right? The beast kept eating, right?
So, but yeah, no, they do a good job at what they're supposed,
Oh yeah,
giving out information and how you
do a great job at it, actually, right?
Not that it's a race; they can coexist if they can keep up consistent. I think he's talking about when we were talking about DC,
Marvel and DC, right?
Absolutely. They've coexisted for however long,
They tell different types of stories.
Yeah,
they're for different people,
right?
That's why they can coexist. I agree 100%. As long as the quality stays right.
It's right. And that's the whole thing. It's just quality storytelling. If you just quality storytelling and keeping the BS out of the movie,
Right.
Like the stuff that happens in the boardrooms and
that does not need to show on screen because we can tell when y'all have a power struggle.
Yeah, man.
Keep your at-home arguments at home. Yep. Keep your in-office arguments in the office. Don't put that in our movie.
Right. I'm telling you, man. We you as a movie watcher, movie goer, whatever.
We don't care about the politics.
Yeah, man.
We care about the movie.
Let these creators create. You hired this director for a reason. Let him
don't govern him.
Right.
Don't micromanage him.
Let him get his vision out, man.
Right.
I understand. If he gives you a 10-hour cut, I get that.
Y'all got to chop that down because ain't nobody gonna sit in the movies for that long, right?
But you know what I'm saying. If he hands you a 3-hour movie, don't say, "Oh, it's got to be 2 hours." You know what I'm saying? Don't put him in such a box that he can't work. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? Don't squeeze him so tight to where he can't work because you got great talent as far as actors, directors, and writers. You have
very much.
Just let him work.
Let him work.
He says, I think Superman should come back in Shazam 3, make it with Supes and Shazam versus Black Adam and Lex Luthor with Lex done in the Lexo suit, but it ends in tragedy with them killing Superman.
That's injustice.
Ooh, yeah.
That's injustice.
That's nice.
That's injustice.
That's nice. What about? But I mean, the thing is, they already have what was that? The Black Adam movie.
Yeah, the animated. Yeah.
They just do that. Not saying that idea that you just gave wasn't good, but like me and Caleb, like me and Kobe was saying,
right.
They got the material to pull from.
right?
without having to go too crazy and changing things. And because Marvel, the thing about Marvel is they pull from 5 different eras, 5 different stories,
To
5
blend the story together.
they put it all together and give you, give you something. DC doesn't even have to do that.
Nope. They can pull from an original story and give you a movie on that.
They don't even it's the thing is DC's Yellow Brick Road is laid for them. They just choose to go. I don't know if y'all saw the Wizard of Oz, but remember they had the Yellow Brick Road, but they had a red brick road too. And I was like, I wonder what the red brick road leads to. That's where DC does.
Right. Y'all stepping off the side of a cliff. Y'all's red brick road. Red means danger. Yellow means, hey, y'all are at least on the right track. Yeah.
Like, come on, man. It's the story. Everything is laid down, ready for them to go. They just choose not to.
Right.
Then they could adapt the DC online store for a Justice League movie and have Lex going back in time. And you know what?
That would be dope.
Storyline is dope.
That would be dope.
That story is real dope.
But who do they have as Lex? Jesse Eisenberg? No.
It's gonna be a black Lex. Gonna be a black
Lawrence Fishburne.
Yeah,
that's what I put in for Lawrence. He's
already done, yeah.
So never mind. Sorry, Lawrence.
What is his name?
There's your Denzel right there.
Boris Kojo.
Ooh,
Boris Kojo is Lex, man. There you go.
Bald Boris Kojo.
Bald German and black Boris Kojo.
Not German and black, yeah.
There you go. There you go. You want some European? There you go. There you go.
If you're a Negro, right? Yeah. Not German and black. That's funny. We love you, Boris.
I mean, he is. He's German and black.
No doubt, yeah.
He even speaks German. So
no doubt, right.
XR says, why they cut the hair? It's like they don't want her to look feminine. Watch how the Flash is going to be a side character in his own. This guy, this XR. I love it, man. Watch how the Flash is going to be a side character in his own movie controlled by Supergirl. She probably would be faster. You know what? If you want to talk about like speed, Flash versus Superman, Supergirl.
How many times did they race in the comics?
Well, they came out and said the reason, they always try to make it like it's a tie, whatever. But in reality, Superman being more durable, he would be faster. He would be able to go faster if he wanted to. Flash speed comes from the Speed Force.
Right. He has to tap into it.
Right. He has to tap into it. But pure, raw, unadulterated speed, Superman is more durable than Flash. You know what I'm saying? So
move at a faster temperature, a faster speed. He can handle the temperature, right?
Handle anything that's thrown at him. Flash can't. You know what I'm saying? So, I saw that on. It was. What did I see it on? It was some debate that was happening. They just used science. They was like, if you have this durable object that can travel just as fast as this object that is not as durable, that object would be able to, either get to said speed faster,
right?
Losing a limb or arm, a head or whatever, then what I'm saying, that one. So
but that's the thing. Do they ever even finish a race, or does something always come up?
Something happens. I think they did finish one race, but they didn't give you they
didn't give it to you, right?
You know what I'm saying? It was just them getting to the finish line, and then
the end. Right.
You know what I'm saying? But Superman has to go and do something. The Flash has to, you know what I'm saying?
Or they have to work together to stop a joint threat, right?
Right. Mm-hmm. Stuff like that. But it's just fun. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When they do it's just all about fun, and
both of the characters are as fast as the creator wants them to be. Right.
There you go. It's just all about fun. You'll probably never get a definitive
answer, right?
When it comes to who's the fastest. But I don't think he would be a side character in his own story. I do think that the movie has a chance to have too many characters, too convoluted stuff like that. But like me and Kobe talked about, I think Supergirl might only end up being in it for
a few minutes.
Yeah, well, I would say more than a few minutes, but a few minutes.
I would say no more than the third, maybe fourth act.
Yeah, there you go.
But nothing more than that.
There you go. So I don't think because what reason would she be in the whole movie? Because remember, this is and we still don't know. But if we're talking Flashpoint, this is going to be different parts of time. You know what I'm saying? Him trying to correct things as he's going on, and then him finding out what's the real reason why everything went awry. You
Right.
know, and then he has to go
From
back,
his fuck up, right?
you know what I'm saying, to fix it. So that's why, and that's another thing too. Why I'm looking at this Bruce Wayne thing. Like, I don't even think Michael Keaton's gonna be in this movie too long.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna be a quick. Oh, I popped into this timeline by accident.
Right. I don't.
Let me see what y'all got going on.
Because remember, we saw it was the courtroom scene. I don't know, and that's what I'm thinking. Like, why is Michael Keaton, well, not courtroom scene, but outside? I don't know if he's
Outside the courthouse, right?
Courthouse, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But that's the only thing that's throwing me off as far as my speculation is what's going on with this movie. You know, seeing them two seem like they're sharing now, and you know what? We could totally be wrong. They could be filming that courtrooms or outside of the court scene or whatever, and Michael Keaton was just on set that day.
Yep, that could be.
You know, what
very
I'm saying?
much.
It could be completely wrong, but they cut her hair because her hair is short in everything.
Yep.
It
never goes past her shoulders.
Yeah, if it's
never.
If it's the only one. Well, no, I mean her hair is short, man.
Right. Yeah. We're not gonna argue tomato, right?
The recent iterations, she's had short hair. She doesn't look. And Supergirls always look feminine. So, hold on. It's like they don't want her to look feminine. She looks feminine. Well,
right.
You know, do I still have it up? Let me see if I can. She's got curves.
Right.
You know, look, like this is.
Bro, she's got a camel toe.
Yeah, like
what's not feminine about that?
You know what I'm saying? She looks feminine to me. I don't know.
Big hips.
Yeah.
What's not feminine about? I've never seen a dude that looks like that.
Yeah, like and the only reason why she kind of looks, you know, kind of a little square is because she's got that harness on. But
right.
Nah, she
looks feminine for sure, dude.
You know,
I don't know what's not feminine about that.
That looks feminine to me, man.
Right.
Let's see.
Even her frame is feminine.
Yeah.
If she looked like a man, she'd have big arms and big shoulders, right?
Yeah, she looks feminine. He says they announced that they scrapped the original script, which was Flashpoint, and started fresh with, which has made it a multiverse movie. The director said the title was just The Flash. Yeah, and we're just trying to figure out, because we don't know what's going on with the movie. So and we kind of figured that and you know what? I think that's probably the best thing to do is scrap it.
Because they already did Flashpoint. They already did it recently.
Yeah, with you're talking about with the CW.
Right. They did it recently and it didn't work on screen. So do something that works, aka the Injustice timeline.
Mm-hmm.
They give you content.
Yeah, and I don't think we're necessarily going to get, like you said,
straight up,
but I think he ends up making something like the Injustice.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Where Clark is a tyrant.
Yeah. Because I mean
that to me is that's the nightmare, but that's the Superman role that Henry Cavill comes back for. Let me play Superman in a different light.
Right. Yeah.
That's also, you can get Ben Affleck back for that.
Mm-hmm.
No problem. Don't kill him off, but you can easily keep his character in those movies.
I just say you don't kill Ben Affleck
at all.
Anyway,
he can carry Batman for at least another 5 or 6 years, 2 or 3 films, and y'all can make $1 billion off of him, and then you can reboot Batman.
Yeah, but
give Ben his chance. At least give him a chance to fail.
Yep. XR, you totally wrong in this. He said, "Isn't a Titan show PG-13? I highly doubt we would get a badass violent, brutal Red Hood." What Titans you been watching?
First of all, it's not on a network, so it's automatically like
it's TVMA,
right?
It's cussing. I think it was nudity in it,
right? Where have
and,
you been?
and
Right.
when I say cussing, it's not the damn
Nah.
oh shit. No, this is
Fuck you. Right.
you know what I'm saying. This is I don't know what you've been watching, XR.
At all,
It's
dude.
not PG-13.
Not at all.
And I was when I started watching, I was like, whoa,
Wow. Like this is
they
out
going this way.
there.
Yeah. I was like, oh, they going far. Okay.
Right.
I get it, man. So yeah, it's not XR. It is not. Like Caleb says, it's TVMA.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. He says, I want a brutal, violent, dark, gritty, mature DC TV show like Devil TV show. The Punisher. XR Titans. Watch the Titans.
Watch Titans.
Watch Titans. If you want brutal, watch Titans. The way Deathstroke was in that was a dope Deathstroke.
Yeah.
He played Deathstroke real good. Can't think of his name. He was in La Bamba and what else was he in? Oh man, I can't think of his name right now, but he played a good Slade Wilson, man. Real good. Caleb says, if we're doing Black Lex Luthor, Mike Coulter. Yeah. I didn't think about that.
What'd he say? Mike Coulter?
Yeah, Luke Cage.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm not excited. I wouldn't be excited about it, but okay.
Because the reason I say that, because remember, we're talking about the DC Universe storyline or the game or whatever. When he goes back in time, Lex, that would be like a quick, maybe 10-15 minutes on screen for Lex, resetting things, having a fight with Brainiac before he resets everything. So yeah, I think you could come in and do a Mike Coulter.
No, but
you say no? You don't like
that? You know what I think?
Mm-hmm.
What's the cat from Prison Break?
Which one?
The half black one.
The one who played
the main character, not the brother.
Freeze. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. What is his name? He was freezing. Not Freeze.
He was also in the Resident Evil flick.
I know his name.
Yeah, what's his name? I can see
but
him.
Yeah, no, he can do it.
I can see him as Lex.
He's ambiguously casted.
Yeah, he can slide into different roles.
Yeah. Let me see. He says Michael Keaton is solely in this movie to set up Batman Beyond movie.
100%, Caleb. You are on it, dude. I think so. 100%. That's another way for them to capitalize on Batman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And give Batman Beyond a resurgence.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, lots of women have short hair.
This is true.
Says they want Supergirl to look like Captain Marvel, aka man-hating feminist.
Not true. We're not going to go there.
Well, Captain Marvel had long hair in her movie, and in most of Endgame, she has the pixie cut in 2 scenes.
Y'all go at it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Or Doom Patrol. Yeah. Or watch Doom Patrol. Doom
Patrol. Right.
Yeah. Like, you want gritty, it's out there.
It's out there, dude. Right.
You're
just not watching it. Right. You're critiquing what's on screen. You're critiquing the main stuff.
Yeah. It's out there. If you want it, go watch it. Titans, Doom Patrol.
Give up on having the Marvel that you want for right now. Right. Give up on it. It's not happening. Not right now.
Go DC.
Right.
Make DC.
That's how you stick it to Marvel. Go to their competitor.
Go over there, and you want that grittiness. There it is over there.
Enjoy.
Control.
Enjoy.
The first season of Swamp Thing was real dark and gritty, and I wish the only thing that stopped that was the on-set situation that happened.
Right.
That show was a good show. You know what I'm saying? Like, they bringing it to you. Go
watching it.
On the animated
Marvel,
side,
right?
On the animated side, Harley Quinn, that's gritty, and I think they're gonna CW did a Deathstroke cartoon,
right?
Unrated. You know what I'm saying? Sex scenes, blood, guts. You know what I'm saying? Stuff. I think you can watch that right now on what's the little free app that CW has? I can't think of what. Just it's the CW.
I can't think of what it is, right?
But it's free.
Right.
Go and watch that right now.
Right.
So yeah, DC is giving you
They're
they
giving you what you want, dude.
what you want as far as gritty, mature. What? Let me use your word. Where was it?
Dark and gritty,
Brutal, violent.
brutal, violent. Right,
They've already given it to you.
right.
You just got to go and watch
You
it.
gotta go find it, dude.
Watch it, man. Titans. It's 3 seasons, so you got at least 3 seasons worth of grit right there. Doom Patrol, I think, is 2 seasons of Doom Patrol.
Yep.
And then, like I said, Harley Quinn, and you can watch Swamp Thing. So there you go. I just gave you some good material to go watch, man.
Right.
That should fit the bill as far as what you want. Caleb said Swamp Thing was dope. It's stupid it got canceled because the producer was embezzling money from the
Right. I said, very much so. That's dumb shit. Nothing was wrong with the story.
The story, but it destroyed the show. You know what I'm saying? I hope, from what I understand, they were trying to rally the troops and get it back going once with this HBO Max thing. So I'm still,
right. Hopefully, fingers crossed
that it comes back. Stargirl isn't as gritty, but it's good too. I like Stargirl. It's CW, but it's not CW. If you understand what I'm saying, because it came out on the DC universe with Swamp Thing and Titans and all of that. But that's some more stuff. You know what I'm saying, that you can check out too, man. So DC got some stuff for you. Says, did you hear that they're going to show a comic with Batman giving head to Catwoman, but DC chicken out? Zack Snyder confirmed it. I don't care.
That wouldn't have changed Batman's dynamic to me at all.
Yeah, I don't care.
Batman's a man, bro. I mean,
you know what I'm saying? But he's a man, but at the same time, I understand what DC said. Like, nah,
we can't show that on screen.
Okay, move next. Like, it's not chickening out. It's business moves. You know what I'm saying? And we talked about this before. They got the scene about Batgirl and Batman having sex. You know what I'm saying? And
Harley Quinn raping Nightwing.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
come on, bro. Like, yeah,
chicken. They just make a business move. You know what I'm saying?
They'd rather show you that on animation than on live action.
They give it to you.
People can determine that animation is not real.
Right. You know what I'm saying? It's not a chicken move. It was a calculated business decision. Right now, no, I don't want to do that. I'm trying to sell Batman toys and Happy Meals and shit like that. I don't want the parents be like, oh, that's the Bat. Like, nah, man. Like, no.
If they handed the keys to this to you, they'd be canceled in one movie. Right.
You trying not to keep the business going, man.
Right.
No, I'm gonna tell you this.
Done. One movie.
You gotta know what battles to fight. You know what I'm saying? Because business is war. It's not just one. This is what we stand for. This. Look, I'm gonna tell you this. Integrity.
Run over. Right.
Is dope. And I want everybody to have integrity. Stand on your moral. You know what I'm saying? Stand up for what you believe in. But in business,
keep that out of the boardroom.
Right. In business, you're only gonna go so far with the mind frame like that. Right. You know what I'm saying?
And they're out to make money.
They
don't care about anything else.
No. Because
they don't care about any of that. Any of your politics you care about, they don't care about.
DC is not an independent contract or an independent company. You know what I'm saying? Not only is it not an independent company, it's also owned by somebody else. Same thing with Marvel. You know what I'm saying? If you want stuff like that, go look at the indie side of comics. Go look at the Dark Horses. Go look at the Valiants. Go look at who am I missing? IDW. You know, go look at those comic book publishers, and you can get that because those stores are fly under the radar.
Right.
They're not represented by a mass community of kids.
Right.
That's another thing too. Like, Batman is for
children.
It's for the children.
The fact that you like it as an adult is a plus to them.
It just carried over. You know what I'm saying? Remember, WB, that's Bugs Bunny. You know what I'm saying? Porky Pig. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Stuff like that. So same thing with Disney, Mickey Mouse. You know what I'm saying? Kids. That's who buys things. That's how I sell product. I don't sell to adults. I sell to kids who then go to their adult parents and
Right.
buy it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's
Right.
business. That's how
Right.
it goes down. So
Exactly.
now they didn't chicken out. It just wasn't in the cards for right. You might get, and who says there isn't a comic out there right now where Batman went down on Catwoman?
Right.
It's probably out there already, and they were like, "Oh, we don't need to do that again because it didn't work then. Why would it work?
Why
now?"
would it work now? Right.
You know what I'm saying? Caleb says Stargirl is awesome. It's got girl power, but it doesn't beat you over the head with it. Like there's no man-hating feminist stuff. Exactly. I'm all for girl power, man. Let them eat. I'm gonna tell you this. Let them eat.
That's enough at the table.
It's not hurting me.
Right.
It doesn't hurt me to see a woman succeed, or to see a woman tell her side of the story. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's wrong, it doesn't hurt me. She can come out and male bash all day long. Is it a good story about her male bashing? I'm all for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not insecure in my manhood to where a woman is gonna tell me how to be a man.
Define me and make me feel less about myself. Nah, I'm above that. You got to be above that.
Doesn't bother me at all.
Not at all.
Yep. Old school indie comics such as Image are great too. Yeah, Image does stuff like that. Like
all the time.
You
it's there. It's there.
Just go find it. You got to go look for it. It's true they haven't shown the No Way Home trailer because the Loki show connects with the multiverse.
Of course, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Of course, it makes sense. Think
it's
about it.
What did we say? Okay, this is the timeline we put together. You have it'll be the 5th episode or the end of 5th episode. Then you'll get Black Widow. From Black Widow, you'll get that 6th episode of Loki, and I think they all gonna tie together one way or the other. Because I think, like Kobe said, there was some reshoots done to get this multiversal
to work
situation thing going. And that reshoot isn't gonna play a big role in Black Widow.
Right.
It's gonna be enough of a setup to move
the story forward.
You know what I'm saying? And then from there, like I said, we get episode 6 of Loki. And then next up, we're getting
No Way Home.
No Way Home, right? So
no, Eternals is next.
No, yeah, right. Okay, I'm sorry.
Actually, Shang-Chi is before both of them. So,
you know what? That's one day.
Everybody keeps saying that Shang-Chi before both of them.
They ain't been really pushed. Like they gave us a Beast trailer, and then they stopped. Yeah, you're right. I forgot about Shang-Chi. So Shang-Chi, Eternals, No Way Home. All of those play on different. Like I said, Marvel is a 4-pronged, 5-pronged entity right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
they're expanding and and not even showing it.
Not showing it. So yeah, man. It's you absolutely right. I can see the reason why they're holding that No Way Home trailer to the vest.
Yeah, they got to. That's their bread and butter right now. Spider-Man could easily be a $2 billion movie.
And this is a way, because if they do a trailer, it's expectations for that trailer already. We're expecting to see Tom Holland, expecting to see Andrew Garfield. You know what I'm saying? All these different people. They got to come up with a trailer that doesn't show that,
right?
Or just enough tease that keeps us speculating until when does it come out? December. You know what I'm saying? Just enough tease to keep us on our toes all the way up until December. So we'll probably get, once that initial trailer comes out, we'll probably get 2 trailers?
Yep.
2 trailers. They're not going to release. We're not going to know what's going on in these movies.
They can't tell you.
They can't tell you. So they have to come up with the best way to cut the movie up into a trailer. And, Marvel likes to add scenes that's not even going to be in the movies anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But they did that with all those Avengers movies.
Yep.
Captain America, you know what I'm saying? They had the Hulk running.
Yep.
And he wasn't even part of the fight.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying?
He was in the Hulk Buster, right?
So be on the lookout for stuff like that.
Right.
About to wrap it up. Last one. XR says Batman has mature stuff on it. Don't say it's just for kids. Well, I'm not saying it's just for kids.
But it was created for kids.
But right. What I'm saying is the parent company knows that or still using the model of comic books is more kid friendly, kid related.
There's more children than adults.
Right, way more kids than adults. And
Anybody who knows anything about anything knows that.
Mhm. That's where my buying power is. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Not my buying power, my selling power.
Selling power.
Right. That's where my selling power is with kids.
Yep.
Batman toys, Batman comics, whether it's Batman
T-shirts,
animated,
merchandise, right?
all of that. That's all that comes. Just because you like a Batman T-shirt, wasn't marketed to you. You know what I'm saying? You like it just because you like it. Those kids, they gonna buy this shirt, that shirt. You know what I'm saying? You gonna go through and yeah, that's a good one, but I like that one better. You know what I'm saying? Kids, they want every shirt.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's all about selling power.
Right.
And then also, yeah, mature stuff. I set aside some mature stuff on the side for those who need.
But it doesn't have to blend with the kids stuff.
Right, but it doesn't have to blend with the kids stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that's the whole thing about business. Once you understand the marketing and the advertising of how things work and
how they sell,
because it's all one big circle. I'm part of the circle. You're part of the circle. You know what I'm saying?
Even if you don't admit it. Yep.
Right. That's how capitalism works. I find out what you want, and I'm gonna say I don't care if I am a big conglomerate and I find out that there's a niche market that I can make money off of. Yes.
Open another division and they can cover it, right?
You know what I'm saying? Oh, they like a mature Batman. There you go. Let's give them some mature Batman. But guess what? That mature Batman will not have nothing to do with my main Batman over here.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That's how it works.
Yep.
I'm gonna make sure that this Batman has some kind of stamp on it, like how Marvel did with Marvel Knights and Max,
right?
Like that. That's what I'll do with this Batman. Yep. This is the mature. I'm gonna do a whole press junket for it. You know what I'm saying? Whole press release. This is a mature Batman. It might be some nudity in this comic. It might be this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying?
If you don't like it, don't watch it.
Right. There you go. Last one, XR, and then we're gonna wrap up. Do you think they're going to show Matt Murdock? I think
no. We already said that. We already covered that. They can't show that. We already said that.
Right. Remember, speculation is what's driving this movie right now.
Right.
Everybody's speculating. He was there for when I got hit up with the copyright strike. And
right. Yeah.
Then
they were on our chat, on our live stream. Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, they don't want that to be, because that's the big reveal.
Mm-hmm.
That's and the way social media is, with things happening so fast, I have to keep that.
Right.
That's one thing I gotta keep.
They have to be able to combat how quick people can post it to social media.
I gotta keep that. So when that movie, because the bad thing about how they do movies is they show them overseas first before they show them here, and now we're gonna get it regardless. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get that news regardless because social media news travels light speed now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, I'm gonna have to address that comment. I know I said one more, but as I'm reading, I'm gonna have to address it. But yeah, when they show that movie overseas, we're gonna hear about it over here in America. You know what I'm saying? Before our opening weekend or whatever. So they gotta hold it as tight as possible. They gotta hold that as tight as possible. So now you won't see anything like that in the trailers. Whatever we've been speculating about, won't see it in the trailers. Now, like I said, a tease. Will we see him in the courtroom? Yeah. We'll see Peter Parker in the courtroom. Matt Murdock? No.
No, not at all.
You know what I'm saying? We might see him in the
Sanctorum.
But
we won't see anything else.
Strange or anybody else? No. But remember, we didn't even see Iron Man in the trailers for the first Spider-Man.
Nope.
He wasn't even in the trailers.
Nope.
So we're not going to see any outside characters. No.
Nope. Nothing that reveals the story.
Nope. Last one, XR, for real. He says kids don't read comics; they just watch TV shows, buy toys, shirts, etc. The teens and adults read comics.
I'm gonna let you address that one. I'm gonna go ahead and hop off. I'm gonna go ahead and hop off because I know you're gonna go off on that one. So I'm gonna let you have that one.
XR. How old are you? When did you start reading comics?
Y'all have a good night. Y'all take it easy.
That's how I'm gonna answer the question. What got you into Batman? What got you into Marvel? What got you in anything? How old were you when you were was reading? I started reading comics probably when I first started reading a book. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was a Ninja Turtle comic, whether it was a Batman, the Superman, all of that was addressed to me as a kid. My parents didn't read comics. The adults didn't read comics. The teenagers, if they read comics, it was kind of on the slide. It wasn't, oh, I'm walking around reading comics. Nah, man. Kids read comics. Kids do that, XR. Come on, you know that. How old were you when you picked up your first comic? They read them. They care about them. Just like all of this pop culture stuff. Kids, anime, kids. These movies, kids. These comic books, kids. Harry Potter, why do you even think Harry Potter is a movie? Who read the Harry Potter books? Who read the Harry Potter books? Lord of the Rings. Who read the Lord of the Ring books? All of these books, man, come on. Kids. Kids. Who's in the libraries? Kids. Where? In school? Kids. In my school, in the library, all the books, Lord of the Rings. Had them in there. We was reading. Matter of fact, had to read it for a science project. Stuff, not science project, but English paper, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Kids, XR, kids. I'm trying to tell you. Kids. You were 13 when you read a comic book. You were a kid. That makes you a kid. That means you couldn't work. Who had to buy that book for you? You couldn't legally work. You were a child, a kid. Not an adult, a kid. You saying teens and adults? Teens are kids. Teenagers. They're kids. So yeah, you want to be 13? Cool. What grade does that put you in? 7th grade? 8th grade? Middle school, you were a kid. Kid. That's all I got to say. You confuse me because XR, I know you're highly knowledgeable. I know you know what I'm saying when you talk. You know all these things. You come up with a lot of facts. Great commentary, and then you say that, like, come on, man. Kids don't read comics. Kids don't read comics. Kids don't read. If you can, you know what, XR? If you can pull up and show me that kids don't read comics, I apologize right here, right now, man. I don't have no problem apologizing when I'm wrong. But to hear that kids don't read comics, it's movies about kids reading comics. It's anime about kids reading comics, getting reincarnated into their best. Who buys video games or who does video games? Kids. Or maybe it's just my era. Maybe what you're saying is kids quit reading comics. Is that what you're trying to say? Kids quit reading comics and now they just watch the movies or TV shows and stuff. I beg to differ, man. I beg to differ. Let's look it up. Let's look it up. Let's look it up. I'm going to look it up for you. Let's see. He says, all right, you're right. Now I'm just looking it up. Because, like I said, I could be wrong, man. Maybe it has changed. I could be wrong, and I don't want to take, you know what I'm saying. I don't want to misinterpret, you know what I'm saying, what you're saying, and I want to give you your just due if you are correct, you know what I'm saying. Let's see. This was done in 2018, and I'll show this, and we'll go through it together real quick. All right. So This is the frequency of reading comic books among adults. This is adults in the United States, 2018 by age group. And the age groups are 18 to 34, because we're talking teens, right? 35 to 54, 55 plus. Let's see, every day, 3%, few times a week, once a week, 18 to 34, once every 2 weeks. As you see, it's like small. This percentage is small. 6%. It doesn't even it's a small percentage. Let me see if I can find. I want to see like kids. And here you go. Never 48%, 18 through 30, 34. Never read. 35 through 54, 53% never read. 55 plus, 75% never read. So yeah, like adults don't read comic books, man. This should tell you right. This was done in 2018. If I'm reading, I could be reading this chart wrong, but it seems like to me, out of the responses, it's more than not that they don't read. You know what I'm saying? The books. I'm gonna try to find one more because I want to see like kids age them. I don't see age demographics. Now, if you want to talk about who's buying these books, but then again, you know what I'm saying, it's these kids don't have the money to really buy the books. Since the largest group is 13. 57% of comics and graphic novels are bought by 13 to 29-year-olds. So yeah, kids, man, like that's kid, you know what I'm saying? Like you start reading, and now once I can go and buy a book, 13, 14, 15, maybe I'm cutting grass, stuff like that, I can go and buy the book, you know what I'm saying? But that's the reason why that's so high. 63% of comics and graphic novels are purchased by men. So we already know that it's gender-based, 37 by women. We know it's more men going out and doing it because it was a boys thing, you know, kind of like a boys club always anyway. But 67% of online purchases are by men for both men and women. The larger group is 13 to 20-year-olds. So once again, like it's kids. Kids are doing this. And this is, what year is this? This is 2020. So this was 2020 right here. Nope, I'm sorry. This is 2017. They were saying it could surpass. So in 2017, so I'm still counting that as kind of probably what the picture is today. If not, you know what I'm saying, more. But yeah, X, I kind of figured that that's what you were saying. Nowadays, kids don't read comics as back in the day. I do agree with you on that. Because the medium changed, right? Now I can see it on TV. I can see it in a movie, stuff like that. So I do agree with you. As far as maybe maybe percent wise is what it was when I was coming up reading comics, it might have gone down because, you know, back when I was coming up, the only way we can see Superman was in a comic book. You know what I'm saying? Now they can see him in a video game, they can see him in a comic book, they can see him animated series, live action, and a TV show. So that's 5 mediums they can see Superman in. You know what I'm saying? I only had 1, maybe 2, a comic book and a cartoon. You know what I'm saying? Growing up, so you're not completely wrong. And like I said, I don't have no issues apologizing for you. And what you saying that I do agree with you. Nowadays, kids they would rather watch it or it's easier to consume that. But no, kids are dictate the comics, or if they didn't, if kids wasn't the ones buying these comics or the main concern, Marvel, DC, they wouldn't care about the bat eating the cat, right? They wouldn't care about that. Why would they care if adults is the ones who's consuming their product? They wouldn't care. So yeah, man. That's it. We're gonna wrap it up. I appreciate it, man. And it flowed. You know what? I like this format. It flowed way better. We got to get our topic out. We addressed the comments at the end, and I want to appreciate Caleb and XR for their comments. I appreciate y'all coming on, man. Y'all do help this channel, believe it or not. Anybody who comments and stuff like that, y'all really help this channel. So I think I'm gonna stick to that format, man. I really enjoy answering them at the end, because now we can dedicate, instead of jumping back and forth, I can dedicate time to each comment, you know what I'm saying, without interrupting the topic of the day. So Kobe, you still there, or you gone, man? Is he gone? Kobe dipped out. Yeah, that's it, man. Remember, you can always donate Bluminati. That's the Cash App, or you can go to www.buymeacoffee.com/blueshouse and donate there. That's it, man. That's our show, man. We'll be back tomorrow, 9 o'clock. You know what it is. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell up out of here. Peace, and we out. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all evening.